Welcome to our channel Bubbly, Aleks and Lora, and this is Ego Talks. And don't forget to subscribe right here in the little corner that comes up right over here. In this 15 minutes of Ego Talks, my wife Bubbly Lora surprises me with a topic that I don't know about, and I'm gonna try to answer it from the point of view from the ego or improving out of the ego. So Lora, what do you have prepared for me as a topic today? Hit me.
Okay, so today we are going to talk healthy foods.
Okay.
What
Excellent.
ego talks about healthy foods? Are they delicious? Are they yucky? Are they something that we have to eat? And maybe you'll share about junk food?
I will share. Healthy food is a very trendy topic. I would say at least in the last 10 years, has become a very, very popular topic. And as everything, if it becomes popular, ego has a finger in it. Because as something is popular, typically an ego wants to belong to it. And when it belongs to it, it's now part of my identity. I am a healthy food eater, right? So healthy food, okay, can I just give a little bit of a background here a little bit. Eating healthy is not trendy and is not something new. It's always been good. Eating healthy, like from the beginning of humankind, right? Like eating healthy is always important. Having food and eating healthy food. Lately it has become very popular because humankind has not been very well in terms of their health and their weight. So the idea of healthy food has become more trendy, more topic, and more popular in the last little bit. But the way the ego sees it is not that way. Like healthy food for your body, excellent. It makes you feel better, you lose weight, you're healthier, you're full of energy. What else can you ask for, right? We're in good hands. But for the ego, healthy food becomes this. Oh, look at me, I'm important. I only buy organic stuff, or I only buy from this store. Yeah, I don't eat non-organic tomatoes, or is that beef fat grass fed, sorry, and organically sustainably grown or raised in case of meat, or grown in case of fruits and vegetables. So you see, I'm acting up here, but it's not far from the truth. Being healthy is amazing, but it can become a topic for the ego, right?
Yes.
So instead of being this beautiful thing of you saying, you know what, I want to have more fruits and veggies in my diet. I want to have some whole grain foods in my diet. I want to maybe eat a bit of less meat and animal products. Excellent. Go ahead and do it. You'll feel great. But the problem is it becomes a problem. I'd say right now, right here, most people who claim themselves, I'm a healthy eater or a health nut, they're actually more stressed and less healthy than they used to be, or some other people who are not necessarily eating healthy, but they don't see themselves as that. Here's the problem. If you make it as in, if your healthy eating is a purpose of your ego, yeah, I can't have that. No, I gotta watch this, that's not healthy. How can you eat it? You start judging people, right? You do it not because it makes you feel great. You feel good about eating healthy and you feel the benefits of it, but you do it because, oh, look at me, I'm better because I eat these healthy foods. And then you go around and judge people. Well, that's your ego right there. I'm healthy eater and you're not. Ego 101 right there. Excellent example. So you lose the benefits of the food. I'll tell you that if you're gonna do that and say I am a healthy eater and you're not, and I belong to this, you are classifying yourself as a healthy eater. You're becoming a group, identifying yourself with a group. That's your ego right there. If you're gonna do it for that purpose, don't do it at all. You might as well just eat whatever you ate before, because you're gonna be more stressed and there'll be no benefits of you eating healthy food if you're going from the ego perspective of I'm more special than everybody else, or than my version before. I am a healthy eater now.
Okay, can you tell us more about which foods are healthy?
That's a very easy question, okay? And the answer
Explain about them.
the answer is this: whole foods. So everything that comes from nature and it's not processed by humans. That's your first level of health. Meaning, if I pick an apple, and this is, you know, obviously common sense, you knew that already, and I'm not the first person to say that. An apple, you know, rice, the way it's picked, whole grain rice, right? Fruits or veggies of any kind, nuts, whole grains of all kinds, like rice, wheat, quinoa, beans of all kinds, there's lots of beans, and potatoes and starches. These foods are called whole foods because they haven't been processed. Then you take them and you process them. There's different ways of processing it. The less you process them, the healthier you are. So from being whole, the more you process them, the less healthy they are. But it's not just that. The way you process food, if you put the love and care and you enjoy what you eat, the food, I believe, right, the energy you put in it and passion into eating it, it's that much more better for you. If you're gonna eat spinach and hate your dinner, like make this big smoothie, green smoothie, and you don't necessarily like the taste of it, or maybe you put like 6 spoons of honey just so you make it sweet because you don't like the Brussels sprouts and the spinach and everything green you put in it just to make it good for you, that's not healthy, right? Because you are drinking it and unconsciously you don't like it. It's kind of like you repel it, you reverse it, right? So your body, instead of actually making the most of that food, does not enjoy it.
Okay, next question. Is meat healthy food?
Okay, so that's a sensitive topic. A lot of people believe in meat and they eat it. Many people, like myself, I believe that meat should be a very limited part of your diet. I'm not vegan by any means. Every once in a while, especially if we're invited somewhere, I'll try something, well, like fish or a small bite of meat. But I'm not a big meat eater. But if you are going to eat it, this is my personal opinion, eat less of it and enjoy it. I know it sounds controversial, but if you're going to eat it anyways, right, don't hate yourself for it, because there's a lot of people who eat meat, they say to themselves, well, I know I shouldn't eat it, and you know, I'm weak and I can't. And so that's a double negative effect. First, yeah, meat is heavy on the system, right? And it's heavy on the planet Earth. We understand that. But now if you're gonna hate yourself for eating it, that's double negative. So that is not good. If you're gonna eat it, find a way not to blame yourself.
Can you make the dishes with meat healthier? Like,
yeah,
in any way?
Yeah, there is a way to make it healthier, and that is if you combine meat with vegetables. Okay, so what you don't want to do is combine carbohydrates like rice, potato, and bread, which we usually do, with meat, because that creates a very challenging digestive process for your tummy. You see, in your stomach, there's something that is called acidity. And so starches, like bread and potatoes, and meat have different level of acidity required to be digested properly. I'm not gonna be more technical, but what I'm trying to say to you is that if you try to put both of them in your stomach, it's like putting fire and water together. It's not gonna be a good process. So one will be weakened and for the expense of the other. So eat meat with your vegetables separately and eat carbs with your vegetables separately.
Can you give just some examples of vegetables that are good to combine with meat?
Yeah, for example, making yourself your favorite salad, but that's not salad with 1 kilogram of cheese and sauces and nuts in it. No, when I say salad, I mean just the greens, right? Let's say a fresh green like garden salad combined with whatever meats that you like to eat, right? That's a meal.
Cucumbers, tomatoes.
Yeah, cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce, things like that, right? Or you can have a nice bowl of cauliflower or broccoli or whatever you like, steam them, for example, or roast them, for example, with some carrots and some Brussels sprouts, whatever you like, whatever, and with meat, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then carbs, you can have a nice meal of rice, combine it with some sort of vegetables the way you like. There's many ways to cook rice.
Okay, ready for next question? Can a vegetarian be unhealthy eater?
How did you know I love that question? Okay, I will say it like this. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the percentage, but I can say many, not to say the most word, even though I'm tempted. Many vegetarians are unhealthy eaters. I'm going to repeat that again. Many vegetarians are unhealthy eaters. Here's why. Often, vegetarians do not eat meat because they love animals or they're concerned with the health of our planet. And they're correct in that. There's no questions about it. I love animals, and it's one of the big reasons why I eat meat extremely rarely to almost none. And yes, I am concerned about the health of the planet. But they're not educated on what to substitute it with. And so, because they don't eat meat, they often feel, why don't I eat meat? So I'm doing something good for my health and for the planet, so I can eat all the chips in the world I want. Junk food is vegetarian. Often, like junk food, I mean chips and candy and soda pop, right? Those are vegetarian. Often vegan. Chips is vegan, right? Often, right? And so is, let's say, Pepsi or whatever drink you're drinking. It doesn't have to be Pepsi or brand. So many, okay, that I know at least, don't eat meat, but then they eat unhealthy food like that. So they are not healthy, right? Just calling yourself vegetarian does not make you healthy. They don't go together, right? Often vegetarians, so here's another thing. Vegetarians and vegans, you know how I know that? Because I was like that. I'm vegetarian. That's your ego right there. The ego loves to identify itself with a topic or group. I'm vegetarian. I'm better than you, because you're not. Well, what is that? If that's not an ego, what is? It's an ego, right? So we eat healthy. So, okay, here's this. The ego loves to say, I eat healthy, or I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian. Wrong way to go there. If you're gonna do it for that, do not do it, right? The good way to go is, hey, I'd like to introduce more healthy foods in my everyday eating because I want to feel better. I want to have more energy, and I don't want to have headaches, stomach aches, and not being able to go to the bathroom and being bloated every day. That's the right way to eat more healthy foods, not to belong to a group.
Okay, and like the pre-last question is, which foods are healthy?
Well, we touched a little bit about it on it earlier. I think the best diet for humans, and this is my opinion based on my research and my own experience and coaching clients, is whole foods. Whole foods, plant-based whole foods. That is the best diet for humans. Very simple, easy to say. Plant-based, that means it comes from plants in one way or another. And then whole foods means it's not being broken down in steps through factories and processes before it comes to your dinner table, like white rice or white bread would be. That is healthy food. So the best example is you picking the apple from the tree, that's as whole as it comes, right? And so if you introduce more plant-based whole foods in your diet, you'll be in good shape. And please do not call yourself, I am vegetarian, I am vegan, I am a health nut, I am a protector of animals or whatever, right? Do those things, but you don't have to identify yourself with them, because that's your ego, and it actually weakens you and it stresses you instead of generating the benefits that you're looking for. Being a vegan, vegetarian, or healthy, actually the topic is healthy, we can talk about vegans and vegetarians another time, but calling yourself healthy and saying I'm better than you does not making you better, right? It makes you smaller and weaker.
Very fast question. Is cooked food healthy or unhealthy?
Well, it's a big question. You want to ask fast, but it's a big question because it depends. The more you cook it,
sure,
the less healthy it is.
Great. Okay. And can you sum it up about healthy foods and give some advice?
Yes. Here's the ego. The ego gets into healthy food this way. I belong in your mind, right? I am a health nut. I am a healthy eating person, right? These people are not. How? Wait, you eat this hamburger? You eat this fast food? Man, how could you do that? Or this donut or this muffin? I've done it. Wrong way to go and into healthy eating, right? The wrong reason. Do not do it. Do not follow ego and become this person that judges, okay? This way, on the other side, non-ego, with your beautiful being, say, hey, maybe I don't feel very good about my physical health or by my weight, and I want to introduce a bit of living whole food in my diet. Excellent reason to go into healthy foods. And I think we talked a good talk about healthy foods and how the ego sees it versus how it shouldn't. And so, if you have any questions about it, comment. If you have other topics that Lora can hit me with next time, also comment. You subscribe and share it, because let's spread around the world a world where ego is out of the window and the beautiful being is in the room. Okay, so until next time, when ego is gonna talking about God knows what, and until then, don't forget, don't struggle. Bye bye.